So, hello and welcome to another episode of the Coolest.Podcast, the podcast of the platform Coolest.Marketing, the gateway to Startup Nation's marketing experts. And today I'm extremely excited to introduce Orel. Hi.
Hey,
And
glad to be here.
we're going to have an exciting talk about GEO and innovation and being a founder. So before we start, please introduce yourself and then we'll dive in.
Okay, thank you. I'm Orel, 37 years old. For 2 years live in Cyprus, but on the back and forth, Tel Aviv, Cyprus, very lovely island. This is my third venture as a founder. 2 exits before, also a little bit of angel investor. By profession, I'm product. I'm a software engineer, but I'm a marketeer. And in the last year or more, we're working on iGEO. iGEO. It started as a geo platform to get to know and to crack this black box, and we're achieving the iGEO 2.0 that we're aiming to be AI performance, brand performance. So this is what we do, and of course I'm gonna elaborate and we're gonna dive into this. And that's me. I'm in the industry for 15 years. Love coding. I speak 2 languages, but many different coding languages. Now it's not relevant anymore. You just write a prompt and you do any language that you want. So this is me in a glimpse.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll dive back into what you've just mentioned about coding and what it means to be a founder these days. But let's start with the main topic. GEO. It seems that we are starting a new age where, in a bit, it reminds me of the early days of SEO.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really understood what's going on. People started trying to have a battle with the algorithms, creating content not for human but for the algorithm, and speculating what can they do, what would later on would be good or bad for the algorithm. So let's have the foundation first. What is GEO, and in what manner does it different than SEO?
Okay. Wow. So I can agree with it's remind the beginning of SEO. I was there, and the beginning of SEO was the unclarity. This is totally like 1-to-1, but SEO and GEO is so different. And a GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization. So this is what the phrase that stuck right now, but also if you go to the state, they use AEO a lot, like Answer Engine Optimization. So what it is and what is the difference? Today, we create content, and the majority of the users that reading the content are the agents, not humans. Okay, so when we used to create content to SEO, so what SEO did in Google, they gave you you ask for a question and you get sometimes 10,000 results. And then from all the results, you need to start and look which one is best for you. Usually you will pick one from the top 3 of the organic one. After this, the AdWords and like the PPC and all of this. What AI does for you when it goes to the search, it take all the sources that relevant for the origin that you're from, the relevancy of the question, and then he digests everything for you based on your memory, based on the memory, your age, your location, everything that he knows. And then he tailor and create the short list. So it's the 3 or 5 answer that's relevant for you. You ask for the best affordable shoes, you will get 5 results. One of them you're going to recommend some of the time. And you're going to say like, this is the best 5 affordable shoes for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But from those answers, this is the best one for you. So there is big difference because there is a lot of talk about being visible, visibility, to being, but visibility is one thing. But if AI recommends you, you get tremendous conversion. So wow, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Wait.
But
Let me
we will start with this.
Let me see if I got it right. So on SEO, the main target was visibility in the meaning of pretty much everybody seeing the same results. You want to be at the first page. And now, correct me if I understand it wrong, you're saying that I'm going to see a different result than you because it look at my search and my identity.
Yeah, different persona, different audience. So SEO it's pretty easy. And how if you want to go a deep dive, also how to Google rank those sites, it's also this was their patent. But SEO is affordable shoes. For affordable shoes, you have 10,000 monthly search. You can check this one using different SEO tool, but you can go also to Google AdWords. It will tell you it's between 1,000 to 10,000, or sometimes the accurate number. But it's 1-to-1. Okay, it's this string, it's this string. If you say the affordable shoes, you can get a different result. Geo AI go by semantic. So you can write the same thing like different ways, but you need to have the different intent. If it's a commercial, informational, what is your positioning of this one? And you can ask the question in many ways, different ways, but the intent and the topic inside is the same, and you will get the same result more or less. But what happened with SEO, you will try to target like so you have running shoes, you go like affordable running shoes, the running shoes, then you go to a long tail, exactly. So you say, oh, I can get there like it's 100 monthly search, but it's a quick win. So I will go to this. This is what like new brand usually try to do. Something else, it's the indexing time. When you Google, don't index new site. It takes a lot of time. Like if it's a new site, you need to get like backlinks from highly ranked sites that can cost a lot. Or your domain is just registered. Of course, they see it. They say it's a new domain. You need to get trust. Google need to get trust to see it. Like it's a lot. But SEO still exists, and SEO is still relevant because all Gemini, AI mode, and AI overview rely on the SEO metric.
So let me ask you this. I hear a lot of frustration among content creators and SEO experts, as it seems that they lied to us. They made us create so much content, and now Google is talking about 60% less entrance into sites. Now a person asks something, the AI is searching the entire internet, giving you the answer, leaving you no reason to actually enter that website.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, do you think, are we heading to a better world? And B, should we continue creating good content even if we're not e-commerce, even if we don't sell something that you must enter our website?
We always sell something.
Yeah, but
even if it's not like retail, because we sell, service product. We all the time sell. But I love this question, and of course, one of the reason is because AI love, guide and new content. Of course, there is some content that you need to create that will, be beneficial for the agent and everything that you want to promote and optimize. But you still need to create content. How to guide, share knowledge, all this stuff. Knowledge that, and this one, what bring me to do this stuff, I start as like developing when I was 14. I start because there was the open source community. Thanks to the open source community, we start to work with JavaScript. There was like HTML. There was something that like a kid can build. Before it was .NET. If you want to build, it costs a lot of money. It's also only for enterprise. Many years later, Microsoft say like, oh, it's time to be open source, and they create VS Code. On top VS Code, create Cursor. But the open source brought us a lot of big things. One of them is Facebook as well, because Zuckerberg built on PHP. PHP is Israeli language.
WordPress and all kinds.
Yeah, WordPress, exactly. It's built on PHP, but PHP was like, wow, it was a big change. So yeah, of course we need to create content, but the mission of the AI, let's call it the AI architecture, or, the big company, OpenAI, Anthropic, all those sites, all those companies, they want the user stay in the chat. Their mission is stay in the chat. Your website gonna be the backbone, the database of our chat. So you're gonna do the purchase, you're gonna do the order, you're gonna do the booking, everything from our chat. Don't leave for this site. But at the like what's going right now, we see it in our pipeline and user that coming for, like, you see the conversion rate, you see all of this. When user asks for a solution, he go over a questionnaire by the AI and is questioning if this, like, I'm looking for a Webflow service company. Like I need a company that specializes in Webflow. Yeah, okay, those companies, great. This is my budget. Oh, great. And which one deliver fast? Oh, okay, good. So which one, this one or this one? So it will give you the benefit, the pros and cons for each of one of them. That's the reason you see like so many listicle right now in the net, probably, right? The top 7, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And pros and cons. This is how AI work, is schematic, and see all of this. At the moment, like, just imagine, as a user, finish all this questionnaire. If you will do this kind of questionnaire in your website, you're going to have a drop rate, a tremendous one, because every step you have in like a wizard or questionnaire, user drop because the kid's calling or phone or something. But because they're in conversation with AI, with their body, I will tell you about iGEO, how it came to be alive. It's like because of my dad. Many of my venture was because of my dad. He's also an entrepreneur. But the user come like so cooked up, it was like so ready for purchase. You get like, at the moment he saw you recommended, you have like 95% they're gonna click and enter to your site. And the conversion rate from this one is between 5 to 10%. It's like, it's amazing. For services, it's higher. If we're talking about retail, it's between 3 to 5. We're talking about Google. Google is less than 1%.
Interesting. So okay, so let's talk about iGEO. Um, I've looked at the platform and it's amazing.
Thank you.
It's definitely on the top tier of the industry. Um, Tell us a bit about it. What is it? What is it doing today, and what is the vision for the near future?
Um, in my first venture, it was Power. We did as long ago. I was 21 years old, and then we purchased a digital agency. The beginning of like the SEO was you talk about lying to us. It was a lot of lying back then. People said like commitment for 1 year. We do this. We show you rank. They just send them like,
Writing in
yeah,
white colors the font.
exactly. Like send them like report of their position with Excel. Yeah, you number one, number two, everything. Like you just go up, and there was a lot of kind of fraud. And for me, democratize is something that's what drives me to create products and do things. And one of them is the data democratize, like show the client, show like the full picture and transparency, and the democratize of the in the couple of next years, there's going to be so many products because now people, visionary can create something. But the problem all the time is execution. How you go, what is the right market for you? How you do this? Like, or, oh, I need so many assets and like money to do all those things. And it was for me a problem because I saw the big companies and I said, like, how are you going to fight them? They have like 60 people in their just the marketing division. So how are you going to fight this? So right now, the vision was to bring all this asset, all this agentic amazing tool with actual see what your data and content actually did. Not only, okay, by ranking, but also if you go to our marketplace and release PR or content, you can see how many time is used as a source in that. Because I talk with PR companies, they say like, we don't know, we live in blind. We release like PR for different sites and we don't know the impact. But now you can like actually measure the impact because you see how it affects the models and which one. And this is something very
Revolutionized.
yeah, that we have in the platform. So
So I can definitely say, as a over a decade as a CMO as a service, SEO was always kind of, in the darks. What is it that they actually do? And if you dare to ask for a report, you're gonna get like a 50 pages of success, not showing anything that changed. And now the GEO space looks again so not understood. And so, if I understand correctly, one thing is you allow the user, could be a PR agency, and it could be like the company, the marketing department, to see clearly how do they rank on each of the AI models.
we close the loop by first of all measuring, go out to the market that you want to sell, or many market, create different workspaces, because if you're a two-sided market, you want to see how you perform in your B2B segment or you B2C. And then we do the measurement. So we going out to with the prompts every 24 hours, and we get the visibility, the ranking, the sources, all of this, and we get to learn the industry, the competitors, and more. So this is one part of iGEO. This is the measuring part. And then we have the action part. It's like we see where is the gap analysis, where we perform, we like underperform, which model that is like we're not indexing well. Of course, we have the recommendation to insight the technical part. So we just take all the AI, all the brand performance part. So it's also SEO content that you need to create, also the GEO optimization that you need to do, also the content for the UGC that you need to present and do and show what your competitors did against you, or what is like a good idea to create a content of, or so it's a big knowledge base of like everything that happened in your industry, and then give you actionable to take it out.
Awesome. Awesome. So, um, pretty soon we're going to upload your free workshop at Coolest.Marketing. And can you give us like the best tip that you can give to people getting into the GEO, starting to look up their own website? What should they do even before they go to iGEO, which I recommend them to give it a try. But even in the fundamental stage, the best tip right now that you can give in that space?
First of all, wow, this is what the workshop talking about, and start to see how you function today. Because go to the industry you're in, and this is how we start, investigating, because we started the beginning of the all when the models start to release their search, and we start to investigate, see like you selling Hawaiian shirts, for example, and see like who's a Hawaiian shirt that you recommend, who's the company, ask why you don't suggest me, what's my problem. Now the models is like so clever. They can scrape your entire site. They can they can tell you, you're missing this, you're missing that. But the amount of work and effort that you need to do today than it was like 15 years ago is tremendous. Just think how many UGC like social channels there is, and how many things you need to do. So for today, to start to gain some traffic in the AI search, start to optimize your site. Start to there is, we talk about it in the workshop, but the biggest one is just see where you stand. Just try to get some clarity. That was the biggest, that's what every business owner, founder, they want, like clarity. They want to see how they perform in their competition, in their region. So try to give yourself some clarity. See what are the action that you can take by using your chat that you daily use for work and all of this. And another question is, start to, if you didn't do that by now, so this is something I think you can help them the most. Build your marketing strategy, your brand, tone of voice, brand values, all of this, and then see who's your target market. And then then you need to figure which is the right, or which model that you need to aim to. Because if you're going to sell to enterprise, so enterprise use usually Google or Microsoft, right? As a, working environment and all of this. When you use Google or Microsoft, you get Copilot and Gemini out of the box for free. So this is the area that your audience live in.
Okay.
If you're like B2C, of course, ChatGPT is the number one traffic in the world. A lot of users come and ask us for Claude. Claude only they only 2% of it, and Claude is usually for work. But because they work with Claude, they say like, oh, we want to also check and monitoring our Claude. But the majority and all the traffic, I can say it right now because it's out there. We're going to release a big one. All the traffic that generate to sites, ChatGPT is number one.
All right.
Number one. From all the analytics, the pixel, we have many sites like ChatGPT, number one traffic generated.
So this is really interesting how multi-dimensional marketing has become. The social media platforms, the models of search and everything. So thank you for that. I would love to talk with you a bit about innovation.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we're here in the startup nation, Israel, and we had a small discussion before we started recording about our childhood, how I grew up in electricity store of my grandfather, and your father had the business of his own.
Was a hustler. Still a hustler. Yeah.
So, and how much did it affect? So I would love to hear a bit about how you feel the way you grew up, with your dad's business as a child, looking at hustling and everything. How did it affect you becoming an entrepreneur yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to hear, because you had two other startups before, so you had the time to see the difference of innovation across time. So tell me a bit about you as a child growing up and what really affected you. And secondly, what is the most difference, the most different thing about being an entrepreneur today than 10 years ago or 20 years ago?
Okay, I loved it. All my team is funny. They say, "Oh, how much Orel love talk about this." Yeah, but this is what shaped me. So thank you for this question. So my dad was pure entrepreneur, just saw a problem, opportunity, and he was like stopless, like right away execution, meet with client. My other side, my mom was a general in the army, 25 years, 30, like strict. 5:30 in the morning, wake us up. She out 6 in the morning to the office. The driver come pick her up. So in one side, I saw like this consistency, work. And the other side was this entrepreneur, head in the sky, go and so this was one big factor in the house that I live in. And there was a house that I grew in, my best friend, Guy Dumanis. And I mention him because our chairman, Professor Alon Dumanis, is our chairman now. And I grew up, he was the head of the La Vie project, and he was big shot in the army, and after this 15 years in CEO of Van Leer Venture, and Venture did like 7 IPOs, 50 exits, and was the one of first investor of SimilarWeb. And it was the first in my first venture as a DJ when we were 12. He was the investor. He bought us the stuff. So I start very early with like all this thing, like see the opportunity, create the stuff, reach audience. And all the time what drove me and was so important is to go out to audience as fast as you can. Don't assume things. Like, because you can sit down and work for 1 year, create something, there's no market fit. It's like nothing. So this is never change. Go as fast as you can. See the client. With iGEO, we were so lucky. At the beginning, I'll show the platform for a couple of all, like, for colleagues. One of them, CMO of AI20, amazing. Give it to us. We want to pay. Not even like design, like pay. Let's go. And it's grinding, working weekly, see like what's going on, what's work with you, what you need to do, how you gonna perform, like what feature that you need. So this is iGEO and now, and we can create and deliver very fast. And this is what I all the time try to optimize with the team, how we can deliver more, how we can be more efficient, and to do this. So you see this beautiful microphone. Every single team member have this one. Uh, we're using different tool. We can share this one, but for me, I was writing code for a long time, but the flow of consciousness that you have from your mind to speak it out, it's like so, for me, flawless. So this is how I work. Take everything out. The product we're using, Aqua is a great platform you can use. Is take all your voice note, turn it to a prompt, and then boom, you take it out for, if you use Figma, where you create and build your even your Notion task or product design, everything to the team. So this is how it goes, and then for the rest of the team. Everything changed very rapidly. Like I said, I'm an angel investor, and I invest in a B2C company. It's very interesting. Is the name of the company is Winday, and it wasn't a long time ago, but we spent a lot of money of developing, and the money was gone for the marketing at the end, because the development costs that much. So right now, development is not the bottleneck anymore. Product, as you know, so execution, that's the part, that's what for entrepreneur you need all the time. Put this budget. Don't burn everything on the product. Go and create the lean startup move. This is the right thing to do right now. Go to your MVP, see what the client said, and go to this cycle again and again. Don't try to build something robust. Go with your core value proposition and increase from there.
Awesome. There's a line I like saying, if you're satisfied with your product, it means you went out too late.
Yeah, that's true.
And I agree on, it used to be the CTO, looking for a CTO. Everybody was looking for the CTO, and it seems that these days it's the entrepreneurship skills. It's okay. So awesome. Just before we finish,
that's it.
Yeah, it's okay. even longer than usual because it's so interesting talking with you. I would love. We're trying to keep it practical, and I was thinking it's really interesting talking with you, because you've sat you wear a lot of hats. Right, you've been the CTO in startups. You're an entrepreneur. What would be the tip that you would give to? We see the rise of a new kind of entrepreneur, the solo entrepreneur, the vibe coder, the young, very talented people that then they don't have a lot of knowledge on startups, but they are very quickly having a mock-up, maybe even an MVP. And a lot of the time we see them getting stuck because very quickly they found themselves with an MVP. Now they have something in their hands. They're all alone. What would be the best tip that you can give to a solo entrepreneur in that condition?
It's first is it depends where they stand, but um, the journey of alone call it the money depression business. You're up and down. You like one day you closing deal, the other day you have like board meeting that it's like they crushing you, and then after it's like, if you invested, if you bootstrapping, so you like eating tuna cans all day. So it depends where you at, but it's get used to know. And it's I think it's a lot of athlete mentality that it's like it's grinding, it's hard work. And the pro tip is just go. It's easy to build a product, but it's difficult to build a brand. And you just go to the brand mindset. Don't like and the best thing that I can say, because this solo founder, he will be the one who go and sell the product as well, maybe, but sell the solution. Don't sell your features. That is something very important, because there is a pain. You come, the reason you start this one, because you recognize a pain and you have the solution for this kind of pain. So present this pain and give it and stick to it. Consistency is, for me, is the key to everything. You ask me about, like, going back to my dad and my mom. So I saw like this relentless, this consistency, like where it takes you, and this like head in the sky to be creative and all of this. Say this combination can be a killer, right? So this is what brands need. And we see all the time in the economist, or seeing like the quick exits and all of this. It wasn't quick. It was somebody that was like 8 years in some division, with Cyber One, or they work for a different company for a long year. So it's a long process, that like everything that happens when you sell the company. When I sold the company in 22, it was like many years before that I build this reputation and knowledge and all of this so build a reputation, own your domain, own what you do, be curious. This is what most important for like the employee that I bring to the team, and for myself. If you're not curious if you don't love the industry you're into, leave it. That's
Awesome.
you need to love what you're into.
Amazing. All right. So, Orel, a lot of good luck with iGEO, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Cheers.